What is adoration? What do you do at adoration? And, well, what's the point? Strictly, adoration is an act of religion offered to God. What does that mean? Adoration is the first attitude of man acknowledging that he is a creature before his creator. Slightly clearer, what do you do at adoration then? Well, you sit quietly and you get super uncomfortable in the silence to deepen your relationship with Jesus. It's your opportunity to worship Jesus, to shut up and listen, okay? In silence, and offer up your heart to him. What does that last thing mean? I don't know. I do know that silence and inactivity can be very uncomfortable for many, if not all of us, at least at some points. It's something that we generally avoid, even in Christian gatherings. There's always noise, there's always music and talking and exclaimed prayers, etc. And of course, there's nothing wrong with these expressions, but silence is special and often neglected. But it isn't silence alone. It is silence in the real presence, in which we acknowledge his supreme perfection and dominion and our total dependence upon him. We can offer him nothing adequate to his worthship except what he has given us, the Eucharist, Christ's own sacrifice. Furthermore, Jesus said, "I am the living bread that came down from heaven. Whoever eats this bread will live forever." While the Eucharist is indeed a meal, adoration allows us to honor the mystery of his real presence outside of Mass. Adoration is the continuation of the incarnation. Bars. So, at adoration, you meditate on scripture, you pray silently, or you simply rest. At adoration, you are recognizing the infinite love of Christ. You're recognizing God's being. But Christdefender, I can meditate on Christ's love literally anywhere. Why do I have to go to adoration? What's the point? Sure, you can. Do you? Maybe you do. Well, you don't have to go. You're not obligated. Remember though, if you're Catholic, we don't view the Blessed Sacrament as mere symbol, nor do we merely mentally recall the sacrifice of Christ when we receive him at Mass. In the Blessed Sacrament, Jesus is truly present. Adoration is, we recognize, a profound way to worship and adore Jesus. It's special. It deepens our union with him, and it strengthens our spiritual life. I'm going to put it in a very human way for the sake of understanding, and this is just how things happen in my own brain, and I'm just sharing it with you. A married couple has the blessing of sex. They are given to one another in this special way, and this is very good. But without intentional efforts to grow their affections and deepen their union beyond physical consummation, sex can become mechanical, emotionally distant, dutiful, merely physical. It is good for these spouses to sit and spend time with one another to deepen their affections in other ways. Well, not necessarily sit, but to do things that will deepen their affections for one another outside of the marital bed. This is not only good for their general union, but for the benefit of coming together again too. This is how I personally understand adoration. But then I tend to see things through a marital lens. It's how I connect with the faith. Marriage is the most profound imagery we're presented with in the Bible as a way for us to understand our relationship with God. And there is a greater reality to marriage. So the point of adoration is to love and adore Christ and not only consume him. Though there is nothing wrong with consuming him, and you are not obligated. No one's going to come and slap you on the wrist if you don't go to adoration, but you do yourself and your relationship with God a favor by going to adoration, by frequenting the Blessed Sacrament, because adoration is a holy, personal moment between you and your beloved.